Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're going to do a quick update on this house flip we are working on. Show you the inside and what we've done so far. First off, it does have a sprinkler system, but obviously it is not working very well, so we're going to have our guys check that out. But it's nice to have a house with a sprinkler system. It's much nicer if it works, so we'll get that checked out. This house also needs the exterior painted and some work done. It's a weird one where I don't know if it was a pellet gun or a shotgun. It just got blasted by pellets, and it broke the front screen door, put holes all throughout this by the front door and by the living room window, broke living room window, and on the side too. So it wasn't like someone was driving by doing it. It's like they got up and close and just shot up the house. So some weird stuff in this house. There's also a big metal barrier in the backyard. So I don't know if this was like a neighbor dispute or something. Who knows? But we'll get that fixed. And then there's also a few spots that have some kind of rotten siding. So we need to replace those and then paint the house. And it's not my favorite colors either. Yellow and light blue. I think we can do better than that. And you can see it's kind of discolored too in a few areas. This house is fairly new, but even though it's fairly new, it still needs quite a bit of work. And it's getting to the point now where it's a modern house, but when it gets to be 20 years old, a lot of stuff starts to fail. You need to fix it, even though you think maybe stuff should last longer than that. So we are redoing the bathrooms. We'll show you that. Wasn't sure if we would do that or not. We decided to go ahead. We've painted, fixed the floor. There was a giant stain in the floor. I don't know if it's from pets or humans or what, but it actually gone through the floor. Like, I don't know if it ate away at the floor or someone dropped something really heavy there. Who knows what happened? But we got that fixed, and there you can see the holes in the window. And the other thing we weren't expecting to do here is all the windows. And we'll show you why in just a second, but that's where the floor was fixed, and hopefully we don't have any more issues there with weird fluids being dropped on the floor. Here's the kitchen. So Nikki's my project manager. She designs everything, and she went with a different color for the cabinets this time. So she went with, she thought it was actually going to be darker, but kind of almost a dark brown. We're going to get rid of that fridge. That's way too big and massive for this kitchen. And then we're going to get some different counters as well. So we'll probably put granite in this house, and we're trying to get some bids on that. Just found out our normal granite guy retired. So not that we do a lot of granite, but we do some. And there's that weird barrier I was talking about that kind of blocks the neighbor. And you can't even get back there. There's so many trees and different stuff going on. But you can also see the backyard, too, is very, very dry. So we need to figure out why the water is not working, because it did have a fairly green yard when we bought the house. We're in Colorado. You have to water your grass or it will die. You can't just not water it and let it go dormant. That doesn't work. In the winter, you can do that, but not in the summer. You can see we've got most of the rooms painted. But here's the issue I was talking about. These windows got destroyed by the sun. This is facing east. So just that morning sun just bleached, not really bleached, but yellowed out the windows, fried the caulking. They're just in really rough shape. And at first we thought we might be able to keep them until we looked closer. It's like, ooh, these are bad. This is also the house where there were the weird pet remains, including a squirrel. I didn't mention anything to our guys, but when it was trashed out, they're gone. So who knows what happened to them, but they're no longer in the house. Here's another window on the back that is just rough. It's almost like burned. It must get really, really hot back there. Kind of strange. And then the master bedroom, which does not face east, it faces north, wasn't bad at all. But we're already replacing the back windows, the living room window, so we're going to replace that window too and just do all of them, since it won't be that much more expensive. Then they'll all match and they'll all be newer. Here's the master bath, which we're working on. It wasn't bad before either, but just pretty cheap builder grade. And 20-year-old stuff is kind of outdated, especially when you use cheap builder grade stuff. So make it nicer, and that should help it sell. We bought this for $360. I think it should be worth around $470. We're hoping. does have an unfinished basement. I'm not showing it this time because it's pretty boring, and we'll link to the before video in the comments if you want to see what this house looked like when I first bought it, see the basement, and more of the backyard, things like that. So we're making progress. We should be done with this one fairly quick. We're just really hoping the windows can be in-stock windows and not ordered, because that can add some time to the timeline. And if those windows are easy to get, we should be done with this fairly quick. Do need to get the granite ordered, all that, and that won't take too long either. Flooring, of course. So we should be moving along here. And this one so far has been a pretty simple, easy one. But you never know what can happen on these, as there's always a surprise pretty much on every single house I buy. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more of our other flips, commercial properties, businesses, videos on all of those coming up soon.